Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Ondo's price chart. And in the past 48 hours a lot has changed in here, but unfortunately not for the better. Why? If you remember in the previous video we were, I believe, let's actually go on 15-minute time frame, exactly right in here, and we said we can actually go up, but in order to confirm that we are having maybe a bit of a bullish setup in here, you just have to see first a move on the upside in order to take this important high about 97 cents. And at that point, fair enough, we can say it with more confidence that maybe we are having a series of 1-2s, meaning our move up is going to continue at quite a bit of a rapid pace. So what happened? Unfortunately, not that scenario, and we never in this phase on the upside in Ondo took this high. Instead, we got a rather strong move on the downside. Now, let's go around here. You see, if you want to argue, we're going to have our final low around here. Maybe this is like a very important support. Then, okay, off of the lowest low in this region, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific example is an impulse. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 4 and 2, and in any kind of 5 wave, doesn't really matter. Wave 3 should not be the smallest wave, okay? This is a big no-no in Elliott waves. We are going to use this important rule in our analysis. Now, we can have other kinds of 5 waves, and in this specific scenario that I'm about to show you, we are going to check the possibility of an expanding leading diagonal, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into wave 1, and it has to be the smallest wave, okay? This is very important. Correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3. It must be bigger than 1. Correction for 4 in here. Unlike this impulse, we must have now, in this case, overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and also wave 4 must be bigger than wave 2, okay? This is a must. And finally, this is our final move up into wave 5, which has to be the biggest wave in this structure. And in terms of the subwaves, you probably know what is happening in here in case that you are a regular viewer of the main channel. 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different possibilities. Honestly, it's not really that important, but if you 100% want to go according to the rules, well, you have to kind of consider ABCs for both wave 2 and 4. Your hands in this matter, again, if you want to go 100% according to the rules, are kind of tight. Now, let's go on the live chart and count some waves, because I think in Ondo now we are having a major problem. So maybe it's best to go on H1 time frame. Okay. Question, where is the lowest low? It's actually right in here, about 66.5 cents. And here's a very important question for you. Can you argue from here to about this high, we are having an impulsive structure on the upside? The answer is no. Why? Because in an impulse, we are not allowed to have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4. So that narrows our option to basically 2 choices if you want to be optimistic and you want to say the low is already in. Number 1, either we are going to have a leading diagonal in form of a wedge, which we don't have it, I promise you, or maybe an expanding leading diagonal, meaning let's go actually on a less busy chart so we can see the candles a bit better, meaning that maybe this is going to be, let's just hide everything, starting from the lowest low, 5 wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and yet another move on the upside into wave 5. Why is it that in here we may, again, important point, we may have an expanding leading diagonal? Because as you can see, number 1, we are clearly having overlapping of the waves, and number 2, clearly wave 4 is bigger than wave 2. So again, our only option, our only possible option is an expanding leading diagonal. However, there is a problem with this structure. You see, first things first, let's put our chart on regular escape, okay? I'm going to say this in every single video. And then let's measure some waves. We said wave 3 has to be bigger than wave 1. Is it the case or not? Let's measure it. As you can see, by a decent margin, let's just do this, okay? Wave 3 is clearly smaller than wave 1. And this is a huge problem. Why? Because now in Ondo, I'm gonna say finding some sort of a 5 wave in here is extremely challenging, meaning in here, most likely we are having a correction structure on the upside, and having the bearish possibility starting from the lowest low did kind of get confirmed the moment that in the recent move down we took this important low down here about 82.5 cents. So what is it that I'm trying to say? You see, in the previous videos, we were saying as long as we are not taking this low in Ondo, any kind of move down should be interpreted as a corrective movement. However, we took it, and now we should really reconsider some structures. For example, this is not good news for you, and if you really do not want to hear bad news about Ondo, I would like to suggest to just close the video right now, because things might actually get really ugly. This can be now a wave 1 followed by a correction for wave 2, and the current move down is most likely into wave 3, correction for 4, and we're gonna have another move down into wave 5. And well, unfortunately, I'm gonna say now this yellow 5 wave down might be even into a larger degree wave 3 followed by a correction for 4, another move down into wave 5. And overall in Ondo, now my primary case suggests that in this phase down, most likely we are going to take the lowest low all the way down here about 66.5, 67 cents. Basically, this means from the current point, you can expect maybe another 15 to even 20% move on the downside. I think this scenario can happen. Now, here's a very important point, and I need you to pay full attention to what I'm about to say. I am just now bearish in Ondo for like very short term. The moment that we take this low, I'm actually going to argue maybe these prices are buy opportunities, and from here I'm going to count on a very strong bounce back in order to start a fantastic and strong uptrend. But before we set new lows, I really cannot help but now think about this scenario indicating our move down is going to continue, and that again we are going to take the lowest low all the way down here. So for now, unfortunately, I'm a bit bearish in Ondo, and as long as I'm not proven otherwise, this is going to be my primary case. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in here. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.